This is BRANDInsider. We take you inside brands, thought leaders, and innovators to discover strategies, insight, and perspective that help drive success in today's market. In this edition, Tesla Part 3, Features and Attributes.
When we designed Model S, we designed it to be a 5-passenger adult, 2 children, great-looking sedan. But then we realized there's another market out there that has other needs for maybe more space and more versatility. So hence Model X. Model X is a blend between the functionality of a minivan and the design and cool factor of an SUV. And when you put those two together, what you get is you get a vehicle that has lots and lots of room in it, has the ability to functionally do everything you need to do as a family, but performs like a Tesla. And we have introduced in Model X falcon wing doors that actually open up so that what happens is when you need to put something into the second row, like say you have a child seat there, you can put a child in the second row without having to lean way over and stretch to do it. And then with that child seat in place, you can actually slide that seat forward and you can actually step into the third row. You can't do that in any other vehicle. And then we thought, what makes it a Tesla? Well, what makes it a Tesla is we take this size of a vehicle and we develop what we call dual motor all-wheel drive, and we can take a Model X 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds. So functionality with performance. One of the things that will always be a trait of a Tesla car is it will always look great. So what we want to do is we want to make a car that people like when they look at it. They enjoy looking at it. And then what we do is we want to layer on some icing. So our door handles, for instance, they come out when you need them. So when you walk up to the car, it opens up. And then when you close the car, the door handles actually retract so that they're in line with the door itself, which decreases our wind resistance so we get better range on the car. The panoramic roof is an all-glass panoramic roof, and it opens up literally that far above the other part of the roof, so it's still aerodynamic, and it's the largest all-glass panoramic roof on any car you can get. And what all of these things combine for is we get a coefficient of drag that is better than any other sedan on the market. So that's the type of things we look at on the outside of the car. We want people, when they get into their car, to feel comfortable and feel like they're in an innovative environment. So one of the things you'll see as soon as you get in is you'll see our 17-inch touchscreen that controls the car and all of the things you do with the car. You can have your music. You can see a map that is almost the size of a 17-inch laptop. And you can dial the phone. You can open and close the panoramic sunroof. You can actually adjust the steering of your car. You can control the car, and you can do a sport steering, you can do a standard steering, or a soft steering, whatever you want your car to react like. And all of it is done on a touchscreen. Another characteristic that will always be embedded into a Tesla car is performance. And most people have never hit the accelerator of an electric car and understood what instant torque is that goes directly to the wheel. I mean, our car accelerates as fast as you can get electricity to the wheel. And there's not all the other things that need to happen that happen in a typical gasoline car. Our car doesn't have a transmission. It's got a 1-speed gearbox. When you hit the accelerator, it's instant acceleration off the line. Then what we do is we offer different battery options and different performance options. So the standard 85 kilowatt-hour battery will go 0 to 60 in 5.6 seconds. But if you want more, we actually have figured out a way to get you 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds, same battery, same car, but here's the key. Here's where the performance aspect comes into it. If you increase the performance like that of a gasoline car, here's what happens. You get penalized every day when you drive the car. So if you buy a high performance car, you get lower gas mileage in the city and lower gas mileage on the highway, no matter how you drive it. With an electric car, you get the same range and and you're not penalized for the performance end of it. Safety is something that will always be very important at Tesla. We understand that the cars we design and build are cars that our family are going to be driving and our kids are going to be riding in, so safety will always be important. We are going to be a 5-star crash test rating on Model S. But even more important than that is the avoidance of an accident. And the steering and the way the car handles and the way you can actually avoid an accident is just as important to us as to what happens in an accident. And with an electric car, you have the ability to maneuver in ways that people are not accustomed to yet, and Model S will actually help avoid accidents as opposed to just reacting well when one happens.
That wraps up this edition of Brand Insider. Thanks for watching, and be sure to let us hear from you. Brand Insider, are you in?